Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on the 1989 film, the BFG. Now, as you know, the BFG is meant to be a 1989 animated film that is meant to be based on the 1982 novel by Roald Dahl, who also did The Witches, The Twits, The Monkey, The Pelipper and the Giraffe, and also Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Great Glass Flying Elevator, and The Gremlins. And what's interesting was that this film was first shown on Christmas Day back in 1989 on ITV back in the UK. I remember as a kid getting it on VHS in 1997 and watching through the film. Now, the film itself is meant to feature Sophie, who is a young orphan girl living in the orphanage. We kind of see how Sophie wakes up one night to find a cloaked giant basically delivering dreams through her town. We kind of see how the cloaked figure sees her, kind of takes her away to his world in Giant Country, and we kind of see how the cloaked figure is revealed to be the BFG, which is his name is known as the Big Friendly Giant. I would say the Big Friendly Giant definitely works as a character. You can kind of tell he's meant to be different from the other giants. He doesn't want to eat humans. He doesn't really show any signs of violent behaviour. And I think definitely works as a great metaphor, showing that not all people are bad, showing that not everyone is going to, be exactly evil. And I think it's like looking at So in Miraculous Ladybug. You can kind of tell she's meant to be different from Chloe and her mum, like she's meant to be kinder, friendlier, and more welcoming. It's also like looking at Akia from basically Tokuja, as he was meant to be different from the Shadow Line, as he wanted to protect rainbows and Light was meant to see his potential. It's also kind of like looking at basically the book series Redwall, showing that not all evil Woodlanders were evil. Some of them did have redeemable traits. And I think when you kind of got the BFG and Sophie together, they definitely work as characters. You can kind of tell that the BFG has to keep Sophie safe from the other giants, and knows that the other giants will go for her next. We kind of see how Sophie witnesses firsthand what happens to one of the human children back in her world. So of course we see how the BFG and Sophie come together to kind of come up with a plan to get the Queen's help, and leading the film to gonna go on this all-out mission to stop the giants. And I would say the movie itself is definitely good. You can kind of tell that with the animation, they definitely know how to go dark. They definitely know how to give great facial expressions to the BFG in that. And I think surprising enough, it was kind of surprising to find out that David Jason, who played Del Boy in the Only Fools and Horses show, was the BFG. So you can tell he does kind of give this dim but kind of good-hearted character feel. And I think it's kind of surprising as well to find out that Frank Thornton, who plays in the film, as well as Molly Sugden, both play in the TV series Are You Being Served? And I think for the most part, when they do go with animation, they know what to do. When you kind of got Dreamland, they give you this otherworld fantasy story. When you've got Giant Country, they really know how to give this outer world feel to it. And I think when you've kind of got the songs, they definitely know what to do. When you kind of got the songs, sometimes it kind of gives you this otherworldly but kind of warm, welcoming feel to the song. And when you kind of got the song Whiz Popper, it's more like letting it out, be fun and loving, which I think does work. And what's interesting is Roald Dahl's reaction to the film was quite positive, and gave the film a lot of praise. And I know there have been some other possible deleted scenes that may or may not be there. Again, the thing about sometimes working on a film, there may be other possible deleted scenes that we may not know about. But I think by the end of it, the BFG is a remarkable film. It knows how to give you an introduction to the character and a good message that not everyone is evil. Some people do have doubts in their actions. Some of them are going to be different from other people. Not everyone is going to be painted as the same color, which I think does work. So I think the movie deserves 2 thumbs ups. Definitely good and definitely alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.